So today we're drawing the map. So I'm not a very good artist particularly. I'm getting there, getting a bit better at some pixel art, but still most of it's a bit difficult for me. I've never really drawn a map that I was happy with, but we're going to try today. We're at least going to block out the space, and then we can kind of work on each individual part as we get closer to it. So obviously these trees are not final, and yeah, let's see how we go. So like the next part is to, oh hey Jack, thanks for joining again, how's it going? So yeah, I can fill that. So yeah, I need to actually, so I'm not used to drawing at this high resolution, but I guess yeah, the river would come out like this and then come down. So that's just giving some character, some identity to this space. Okay, and then I guess the next thing we're going to want to do is fill that in. So I actually want to put these trees on a separate layer. So yeah, as you can see, I got started a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, Unreal's a good choice. Some people prefer it. Obviously, I think you can create much more high fidelity games with Unreal. So I think, wait. Okay, good. Hello? Is it just going really slow for some reason? It might be. I think maybe yeah, Piskel doesn't have do a great job with this level of resolution. Yeah, and I think you probably have an easier time finding a job with Unreal. Easier time finding a programming job. There's more companies hiring for that, I think. Okay, so we want to get our layer 1 trees as well. I just want to put the trees on a separate layer. Okay, call that trees. What do I rename it? You just interested in your own games? Cool. Cool, yeah, no worries, no rush. Okay, I think I have like my basic grass color here. Is that my basic grass color? It ought to be the same as my grass. Where's that escaping from? It's annoying I can't like scroll past the edge, so I'm not like looking right at the top there. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong layer, so I was getting a null color. Okay, let's make sure we're getting the color of the trees, because I think that would be a good start. So we want to make a new Piskel. Getting the color of the grass, I mean. No, so it's like, so if I just take a patch of that, pop it in. I mean, I wonder if it should even like carry the same pattern basically. So I'm wondering if I should like basically grab all of that and find some way to paste it across, maybe actually generate it somehow. We'll see. Let's just do the color for now. And then yeah, it might look good if we can find a way to like express that across. But I don't know if the trees are the right size either. But okay, we're starting to get something. It looks kind of horrible, a bit too green and in your face. I guess we could try with mountains now. So let's make a new layer. Call it mountains. Just so we can easily like shuffle these things around if we need to, making them on separate layers. Okay, So let's get our black. I wonder. So I might need to like find some maps that I can look at. Probably could have just grabbed and deleted that much easier. Okay, and then if we've got a kind of rocky color, let's just use this for now. Yeah, so that's kind of the issue with having mountains done like that. So I'm not going to be able to fill them in so easily. I guess I want to take like this part of the water and put that of the river. And oh, I see. Yeah. Guess I could just do like a careful selection. So if that also existed in this layer, oh wait, we want to select it from this layer. If that also existed in this layer, and now if we no, because of this gap, this is very tedious. Huh. So where is it escaping from? Let's do some watercolor. Starts to round things out, but yeah, why is this? It's annoying that I can't paste this in. So yeah, as you can see, I really am an amateur at this. Okay, is it because of that? So we actually just need to fill this line in, and then it will be fixed. Where is it escaping? Guess it's just escaping plainly out of there. Okay, yeah. So the bit I need to copy across is actually all of this. So, see, I'm not so clever at this. Forgive me. So we'll put that into mountains, and then if we do that, that should fix it. Okay, there's a whole massive gap here. Oh, I see. All right. Okay, so those would be the mountains. So this looks like horrible shit at the moment, and it is. But you know, we're just blocking it out based off the mirror I did. And yeah, I mean, if it ends up that I can't make this look good, then I guess I'll commission someone to do it. But it would be nice if I could give them kind of exact dimensions. So here's what I'm working with. So we wanted the forest to kind of peek out a little bit. So copy some more trees out, just because this, like, even this just like signifies forest. And so yeah, I'll keep this up on my second screen. And then we've got like evil floor. So I'll take this color on the ground, and I'll get like I don't know what evil grass is going to look like. Yeah, it might be like even more grey than that. And I guess it would actually come a bit sooner. So there's actually space for... Kind of starts to already give a bit more shape to things. Make a new layer for like bases. And shit, like, I guess I could even imagine drawing the base on this kind of canvas. So like, I don't know, no, let's just do something very rough for now. So I'll go with black, and we'll make I don't know. Yeah, we did end up putting it like up in the mountains. I don't know. Probably want to do this like fully separately on separate layers, but at the moment, like I said, I'm just trying to block things out. Just get a sense of where everything should be and just like have something there, and then we can go and work on the finer details like piece by piece. That's how I'm going to have to do it. It's going to take me longer than most people than an actual artist. Let's just see how we get on. This is the task I set myself today. If it goes badly, then we'll reevaluate. So yeah, if we had like but we want it to actually look good up close. Yeah, maybe it will. I mean, if we're just doing the castle, so actually let's get rid of all this shit, because actually kind of onto something with just this castle bit in the middle, I think. So actually we just want to copy this. Like, I'm gonna get some inspiration. yeah, so you would have like, I'm just looking at some of these, just some inspiration. Somebody used that to help me along. So yeah, we'll do that with like a sort of little ramparts beneath it, or little line beneath it, which would also have little archery spots. I don't know if this is the right scale or anything, but let's just see how we get on. I'm telling myself to be very patient and just allow things to take a while, because otherwise I'll lose my mind. Okay, and then we could imagine having, yeah, I think this is a good image to kind of borrow from. Because yeah, we've essentially got this like door with a portcullis. Good, Piscal really doesn't like working at this high resolution. I'm going to want to build this on a separate file anyway. I think everything's just, in order for it to work with the, I think everything should just be a step wider. So if we just did that. And then that's kind of much more even, isn't it? Copy that over here. And then actually this would want to be out a step more. Yeah, let's just. Because we really are just, at the moment at least, we just want generic human town. So then yeah, the walls would come out a little bit here. Hello, shortcuts. There we go. Yeah, let's do these bits. And I guess we would have like little windows. And actually I think the whole thing might be a little bit too tall. So then we like want like the outside of the walls. Let's do like yeah, okay, no, let's keep that kind of shape. So we kind of just want that again up here. Yeah. So I actually want to flip that. That's miles away. No, let's not do it like that then. I should be making this on a separate bit. I think I can just draw this again. this again. No, it's not the same. Anyway, well, it's still the right shape that we want. And then let's just say we kind of continued that shape for a bit. But basically we want this like decent-ish castle popping out. Let's move it all down a bit. Okay, that's definitely off by 1. This actually would be kind of thinner. Oh, that's all of that. Okay, so like let's say it would be coming up. So I'm not too talkative today, I guess just focusing on the art and also, yeah, it's kind of melting a bit. Does that look like castle? Oh shit, yeah. There we go. Kind of wide enough that you feel like it should be in 2D. In a bit more three-dimensional. Yeah, this is for the map, so this is the world map, where and this would be the icon for the humans, and I just kind of want to put it there so we can see it. Really just kind of taking it easy today. Like I did, this feels like I'm doing very basic stuff and taking a long time to do it. It feels a bit silly, but yeah, this is how you learn how to do these things. This shouldn't be too long, and we should be able to get to a point where we've got like, yeah, a nice enough looking map. Kind of an odd shape, but and again, we're not going for like I don't mind if it's not like as beautiful as it can possibly be. I kind of just want to visualize, like just start building out the whole image, and then I can kind of work on each individual part a bit more. So while this is clearly far from done, I think I might just have to say like, that'll do it for now. I think I'm just drawing like sort of inner ramparts, inner parts of the wall here. And I guess some windows. Go back to my inspirations, yeah. So a window looks like this. Even though they should kind of just be the slits. Like, but then we can have little slits here. Kind of like that it's like slightly asymmetrical. Too many windows? Or windows are too uniform, maybe? Yeah, just kind of getting how that's going to look as part of the bigger piece. It might need to actually be like twice as big. We'll see. That might be just right, actually. So we'll be like, generally the camera will be up like this close, and there it is. You click on it, and then you move around using the mouse or D-pad or something, or WASD, and so then we would have our like orc camp, which I'm really thinking like a sort of cylinder of wooden spikes to start with. So let's get something of a relative size. That color. Yeah, about the same size. The basis should be even if that doesn't make sense, like to the story. So obviously that would be bigger than the little base camp that the orcs have built. Okay, and we can tell a story here. We can have like pillaged lands. Like, I don't know, what does pillaged lands look like? Let's just get a colour. And I think what I'd like to try and do is like kind of blend these grass colours a bit, so it's not just a hard line, but kind of, but yeah, just getting the idea that like this land's been kind of pillaged quite a lot. Okay, so then we can go in on this and think about like. So yeah, this ends up being about the size of a hero character, which is about right, I think. And we'd sort of see it at that distance, which is about what we see a character at. So I think this is the correct resolution. We'll see. Yeah, let's just start plopping this in, and we'll see mistakes, and we'll have good judgment as we make good calls about it. So yeah, let's delete the top half of this. Oh, looking at the wrong bit. And then copy the bottom half so we can get kind of the outline for our wall of spikes. And is that on par with this one? Yeah, it's like less high. And then I guess like each one's kind of like gonna take up 3 pixels, so it can actually have a point. So I'll divide these bits up into 3 pixels, and then I will try and do some kind of mirror copy thing. We have a fence, like. guess never mind. Okay, so I think I ought to make like, actually I ought to do this anyway. So we would have one called, so in sprites, map, oi, that's my coffee mug, basis. And we can take, and this will be what, like, yeah, let's, how big is this that I've built? I think it's like pasting there, but it's like in the wrong spot. So could I like, I wonder if I can just like click and drag it over. This is so awkward and roundabout, but really? Wait, what happened to the thing that I had? What on earth? Oh, was I just dragging the thing to that, but I still had to like paste it. I think that's it, damn it. No, it's there. Okay. So then resize, and if we're anchoring there, yeah, so just randomly didn't work. Okay, I mean, I wanna see it in this scene. It's not. Okay, where did that end up? God, Piscal is really not designed for this, is it? Where is it? Where is it appearing? Is it the top left? It is. Yeah, Piscal's not working too great. So I mean, I think it would be there. I don't think it would be like right on the coast. I don't know why. I think maybe orcs just don't like water or something. Yeah, I'm going to draw items and put them on the map separately, but I need to like, well, like for the background, like the trees and shit, like that's static. None of that changes. So I'll probably just yeah, draw that all on the same sprite, but I'll have different layers so I can edit them, and then it would just be these ones like the buildings that will, you know, you'll be able to take them off. And yeah, I think there's a nice little sprite. So we'll see how we go. It's nice to have something to start with, and then we know how and where to improve. God, it's so bloody hot. Okay, so I think I want to take this and like, well, no, so we would have this tent in the middle. So we're going back to black. That's not black. get some inspiration. War tent. That's the middle point. Is that a tent? Is that what a tent actually looks like? If it's one of those like pure like, yeah, so I think the top is actually flat then. Okay, let's get like a wood colour first. I think this is close enough to wood for the moment. Oh, and before pasting those along, because I think then we want like cut wood, something like that for these bits. And then like a tent colour, I'm just grabbing like random existing colours for the moment. It would be like a tent, like, yeah, orc tent. Okay, actually what I was doing before is probably fine with the kind of pointy top. Maybe we don't need that. Like, yeah, spikes coming out. And like a skull on the top. God, what did I press? God damn it. Yeah, like a human skull, I think. and then like kind of bones sticking out, like they've made it out of bones. So like what would be, I guess, more of this colour for now. We might even need to like redraw them completely, but bigger. We might do that with everything, but at least we've got like a starting point, eh? And we're kind of designing it and we're visualizing it. And while at the moment it's very, very crude, as we put all these pieces together, we start to kind of see what our game looks like, what kind of scene we're trying to make, you know? What our game looks like. So let's go with, I guess not so quite so dark as that. Again, we can change all the colors. I just want to start getting a sense of what this looks like. Start to imagine a little bit of shading, maybe. Start to kind of make this look a bit nicer. Maybe on both sides of each bit. On the bottom. Maybe not on both sides, because then it kind of loses some of its sense of where the light's coming from, although I think both sides looks good. Just gives the whole thing a bit more depth. That's like more readily noticeable. Okay, that's sort of a bit better. I think we might need to like double the size, but you know, this is not a bad exercise to be doing. I guess we would have like you know, castle. Castle that you can imagine having a bit of, like, maybe we can expand it and kind of put like a little, put the little ramparts out here and kind of signify like little farm buildings and stuff, but then that's the kind of building you click on. Then the orc tent, again, quite simple. I don't really need to go much further than that. For now, we're kind of like building the scene. What's missing now is the third base, which is the undead base. So again, just for size reference, I'm going to like plop this here. And we want to start drawing like, yeah, I guess a cylinder is a good place to start. And then like, what does it look like? I guess like a graveyard with a tomb. So you imagine this tomb in the background to begin with. This kind of building. And then if there's like little graves, so we can just use these for graves for the moment. Don't know if we should have crosses, given that I don't know if like the crosses are part of the law, right? Might seem like a silly detail, but it's like, would there be crosses? We want skulls. I don't know if it can or should be the same skull, but Yeah. Okay, let's do some kind of floor here. I guess it would look a bit like that. Oh, we want it from layer 1. Wrong layer. No. I'm going to get rid of the crosses, but I feel like there should be some kind of other symbol to help alternate it. Maybe there's one Christian in there. I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave that in. Maybe there'd be like a little path. Okay, I mean that's starting to look a little bit like a graveyard, I guess. I want to look at tomb. Where did that end up? Over there. Yes, just kind of trying to go with what worked before, with what I think worked before with this building, and then yeah, just try and have a little bit of, I guess we can have a bit of depth to these skulls. I think that should do for that. I mean, it's a graveyard. It kind of just looks like a graveyard. So yeah, medieval game. I'm just reading Jack's idea. Yeah, well, it sounds a bit to me. I don't think you're in the chat anymore, but it sounds a lot to me like the idea you just mentioned sounds a lot to me a bit like, what's it called? Mountain Blade. Mountain Blade, but you can build your own castle. That's what it sounds like. Which I reckon there is a market for that. Like if you just kind of made Mountain Blade like make it a little bit less like lore realistic and stuff, but do it with like voxels. The thing is, how would editing your castle affect the battle gameplay? Like, do you actually have to build your castle so that it kind of works functionally, and that's going to make your army stronger? That could work. It kind of incorporate little bits of RimWorld elements, I guess. Okay, well, we have three. We have the very basic versions of the things that we want on the map. We have clearly like there is a something here, and we have a nice little triangle with the demons are going to spawn right in the middle. This guy would be like down here, I think. And basically all of the battles happen here, and then there's a bridge here, so we should draw the bridge. But even the mission is going to be sort of next to it. But let's let's draw it, and we can sort of imagine this is a bridge that the orcs can kind of defend. We're talking just like a big wooden bridge. It'd kind of be nice if it hit like an even part of the road rather than of the river rather than odd part. So I can do, okay, yeah, if it's this many degrees. Okay, so first we need, oh, come on, I just want black, and we're gonna put it, just put it on layer 1 for now. Shouldn't be too much trouble to extract it later, but okay, bridge. What does a bridge look like? I mean, I guess it would have like posts, but I think it's just like a rope bridge. So I could easily just, so I'll fill it in with slightly off black, and I'll get my wood color again, and I'll make it double pixel, and hopefully these should sort of, yeah, if I press shift, and then I'll just kind of have to fill in the edges a bit. How would that work? How would that look? Like that? Well, we've got a spot where there's a bridge. It's not the most fancy bridge, but we'll kind of do things bit by bit. I mean, we can start to like actually do detail on these mountains. So if I could like draw a mountain that I can copy paste throughout the scene, that would be good. I'm gonna go for a cigarette. I'll be right back. this what I wanted? I think they might need to be bigger. Which means making them at like another level of detail. But I think the resolution generally is fine. And yeah, I can like add some like texture to this river, of course. Start to like fill out the mountain range. So how would that look? I guess I would take like slightly off black color. Slightly off black color. And like I don't know. Don't really know what I'm doing. I'm gonna look at some like fantasy maps. The one I'm using. That's what I was using as a placeholder. Yeah, so you kind of just draw these like giant mountains, and there's a light side and a dark side. And how does it? Okay, so I'm going to take that one because I like that one. Or at least as a sort of guide on how to do mountains. Can I not? Okay, I guess I can grab it at that size. Pop it into my mirror board because then it's just easier to like zoom in on it nice and close. Yes, that's the one I'm looking at. Just to sort of see what the technique basically is for for sort of doing little mountains. So yeah, we would want like lots of little triangles basically. The way they kind of look here is like, although maybe it's just, we'll take this color. I know we're still in mountains. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's go mountains. Let's take this color. And then it would kind of and then we might take like a lighter color. Actually, that would be the lighter part, and then this would be the darker part. And that's basically a mountain. And then we would kind of want to like this, like this one has nice kind of like morphing between the mountains. And I don't know if I can really do that, or if it's better for me just to kind of like draw a bunch of these. So let's kind of want to delete all of this now. I think I ended up putting all of this in bases. Leave that there. Oof. No, because it's like I have to like make sure I do the back ones first. No, need to just make sure we're doing these ones first. Wait, where did... Oh, did I... I'm such a moron. Okay. I'm going to grab all of this. Copy it. and then Control Z a bunch of times because I deleted my human base. It's because my brain is melting. I really hope I can Control Z my way back to that building, having that back. That's very silly. There we are. Okay, we lost that for a minute. That was very foolish. I mean, there's still the option of just commissioning someone else to do this map for me, because I think this screen is very important and it might just be beyond my skill to kind of do it justice. So that might be one of those ones where I think I could get it for like relatively cheap. But I can still use this as a like guide. And just kind of use the opportunity to like think of any see if I run into any unexpected issues. Except that should be on, not on this layer, should be on layer 1. Wonder if this grass should just be the same color to avoid confusion. Like it's not difficult to change. It's just a big paint bucket. I think I am actually going to damn it, I lost my lone mountain. I think I am actually going to commission this. And I'll like show them the art style that I have, and then basically ask for a map, and it shouldn't be too much, because I think it's just one of those things where like it's so important that it looks good, and I don't think I really have the skill set to make it look as good as it needs to be. Considering this is going to be like one of the very first things that a player sees. Basically, like I don't think this is going to look very good, but we need to like fill in these gaps. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Might need some finessing here and there, but no. This is sort of an improvement. I mean, we could get there. We might not need to enlist the help of a real artist. I kind of want to see how far I can get with this, like actually making meaningful improvements. Like I think this filling in kind of ramps up the quality a bit. Of course, what I ought to do is have like 3 or 4 mountains that I can copy and paste rather than the single one, if I am going this route, you know. And it's just like a very simple order. Like I give them the resolution, I give them like the art style of the rest of the game, and say, can you make me a map that will suit this game? And it is allowed to look nicer than everything else because it's the map. There's only one map. It's a big load of pixels. And that looks a bit better. And yeah, I think the bases should be more like, just while we're in bases, I want to sort of start drawing my like mission icon. It's kind of handy having it like in the same space because I can get a sense of the size of it, like how big these sprites are going to need to be in order to like match the rest of the game. That doesn't look very good. Okay, I'm going to copy that into this other one that we're using. Although that's really awkward, isn't it? Like I ought to draw it in the other thing and then copy it into here, right? Well, new frame. Yeah, I mean, what the hell? What? Okay, let's get. Interesting. Okay, never mind. Yeah, shouldn't that? I don't know why I'm spending so long on this. That's all wonky, isn't it? It looks fine until you add the like ridge thing. All I wanted to do was just visualize this. So like we need a symbol for a battle, like a mission that you can do. And it could be like different colors based on which factor you're faction you're fighting as or against, or maybe it could be like a color for complete and a color for not complete. So like, just really not amazing at this. But then I kind of get to the headspace of like, well, now that I've got all the pieces I need in the game, maybe it is time to like hire someone to just be like a UI designer and do things like this and just kind of go through the game, like not change the characters that I have and like the stuff that is working, but just kind of change the stuff that isn't working to match the existing style. Might be worth doing. Like, yeah, it's not feeling super inspired. Like, I'm just not particularly good at this. Like, this isn't my wheelhouse. This isn't the bit that I'm good at. But like, so far with the characters, I've done okay. But like, doing a map screen is like a very different skill set and requires different kind of yeah, I mean, it's a different skill set. It's a different thing. Kind of looking at it from this distance. I mean, is there something I can do to the grass to make it look nicer? Like, is it just this big empty space in the middle, but that's kind of the plains where the battles are going to take place? But I guess, yeah, in that case, yeah, we would want our castles to be quite a lot bigger, like 4 times what they are. And we would want, yeah, like this mission icon. Do. Then we would have our like mission icon. So let's say that would be. Why can't I pick a color? put it like between here and here. Damn it. But yeah, if I put the pixel, if I start the circle exactly this spot, I can shade the inside. Kind of. Just need to change those bits, and then if I went from like here to here, I can shade the outside. Yeah, with just a few little bits. Be nice to have like this kind of thing like animated, like a sort of like the rings in Sonic, sort of 2D to 3D animation. I don't know, something telling you that what the next mission is, like art. I'm not good at art. I mean, and yeah, and this starts to feel a bit better now that it's kind of dotted with stuff. So I think a lot of my challenge is going to be like, how do I go about like blending the grass a bit. So I know I could do a mountain line by kind of taking like 3 or 4 different mountains and doing it like that. And I could put that in Unity. I could like craft the level in Unity and then kind of do similar thing with the trees. And then I don't have to worry about like like the wrong order overlapping. Or just arrange a bunch of mountains, arrange a bunch of trees, and it might be fun if there's like a little bit of perspective. Bases should be much bigger, so I can like redo them basically. And if there was some kind of like almost highlighted, like this is where the grass is the brightest kind of thing. But I really am also thinking like, yeah, okay, I can do the characters, but a map is a very special and specific thing, and I might be best off just going to someone who's good with maps. Like this might, like, I like taking things into my own hands, and I don't think I'm someone who struggles with like not delegating, but I think this is one of those situations where you delegate if you're not good at doing it. Like, how many times am I going to have to draw maps? How many maps do I plan to draw? Not many. I would like to have someone else do this. And is it worth me taking the time it would take to get good at this? I can do the characters. Characters is fine. But should I leave this to someone else? Map background, mission icon. That's a mission icon. Next story mission icon. Yeah, so like that would sort of go around or behind other objects to tell you that's where the next mission is. faction banners, so we like know where each faction is. And base sprites, like we kind of did the base sprites. I'm kind of leaving the demon stuff till later because that doesn't appear till later. It kind of saves me having to draw some stuff, but I need to make this work. And it's just, yeah, there's like a lot of this space that just isn't really used, but that's fine. Maybe this should be like a lot tighter, and like, yeah, the orc base is like here and big, this is here and big, and this is here and big. So if I were to make notes, redo base sprites larger. I'm absolutely melting today. It's so hot. I'm sweating. I'm not even moving. Redo base sprites larger. I don't really know how to design a good one of these. Like I guess it will take me some time. Not while I'm designing 10 other things though. Yeah, I mean, it is a bit weird when the tree is the size of a mountain. So I might just want to have like some kind of like bushy tree area to just have like a kind of or just make like a tiny tree and set that up in the game, and kind of just because I kind of lack the drawing skill, what I can do is draw 3 different ones and kind of dot them around, kind of like I've done everything else. So like make 3 different mountains, dot them around, make 3 different trees, dot them around, and then like the grass. So if we had our, did I get rid of our grassy bit? If we go mountains. Yeah, if I can just grab this, pop it over here, and I just want this color, like, yeah. Again, I could kind of use code to kind of dot grass around. Like this, would that look better? And then it is kind of the same texture. So I think I might need to commission this. So what I'm gonna do is like I can use this for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to export, I'm going to put this, like, use this in the game. I guess I can draw the base icons like I probably should. And we'll do, like, this actually looks good. I'm happy with this. Oh, and we're missing, bases. Missing some shading. Would have it here as well. Yeah, so I would do that at like 4 times the size. Like 4 times the size. Yeah, no, I'm just kind of, I mean, partly I'm melting, and also, yeah, I'm just not, this isn't my bag. I'm not very good at this. So yeah, I think for now I'm going to end the stream there. and I'm gonna kind of figure things out. But yeah, thanks everyone who joined today. Nice quiet one today, nothing major. So thanks everyone who did join, and I will be back. I should be back tomorrow morning. No, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, not in the morning. So I'll see you tomorrow, same time. So cheers, have a good one, bye.